So welcome to this 60-minute Vinyasa class. We are going to be using a few props. We are going to be focusing a lot on back bending today. So grab your strap, grab a block, and we're going to start in supported fish. Situate your prop beneath you so you get some extension in your spine and an opening across your chest. Organizing your body here to settle. Moving through a few deep rounds of breath, allowing your body to drape over your prop. Noticing how it feels to breathe in this shape. Allow unnecessary tension to evaporate around your face, shoulders, and hips. See now if you can create more balance in your breath, equalizing your inhale and exhale. Soaking here in 3 more breaths. Flare open through your fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead, drag your legs together and stretch out. Bring your feet to the mat now, rolling over to take your props out and coming right into a tabletop position. We'll flush out that longer held heart opener by rounding out our back. Scooping up through the front side of our body. Maintain that hollowed out shape as you lower your hips towards your heels. Stay rounded as long as you can, lifting your hips up. Watch the front of them open and lower. Eventually, the shoulder blades melt down and you lift your chin for this variation of up dog. Chin rolls back into the chest. Glide your hips towards your heels, moving into this variation of child's pose. And then finding your way to glide back forward, up dog with the knees connected, and round back into yourself. Glide back and forth a few times, washing out any stagnant energy that accumulated during that hold. Next time you're in up dog, you're going to find your way into a seated position. So untuck your toes and grab your prop if you need and slide it under your hips for a bit of extra support, because we are going to be here for a bit. We're going to bring our strap in now, taking it over the shoulders. Reach your right arm up. Take your left hand, and your thumb is kind of closer in towards your ear, and roll your thumb farther back so your tricep wraps forward. Bend this top elbow. Take the hand down to grab a hold of the strap. And as the left arm lowers, release the strap off the shoulder. Back of the hand climbs up towards your ribs and takes a hold of the strap. Our shoulders are moving in opposite directions here. Top shoulder externally rotating, bottom shoulder internally rotating. We invite a sense of strength by hugging our upper arms towards midline. Breathing for the opening of your shoulders. Lengthen out 3 more breaths, inviting in that sense of equalizing. Releasing the grasp on your strap. Bring that left side back up. Rock forward. Step back into plank, holding here. Firm your thighs, drop the tailbone, and lift the front side of your body up. And reconnect your knees. We're going to situate our seat a little bit different this time. So the knees are going to come more together and the heels are going to open. And we're coming into more of a Virasana or a hero's pose type seat. Left arm goes up. Right hand comes to that upper arm and helps it externally rotate, rolling the thumb in by the ear. Bend the elbow, take the hand down to grab the strap, and the right arm releases the strap. Back of the hand climbs up towards the ribs. We walk the fingers as close as we can together, and we pause to sit with the sensations that are arising both in our hips, knees probably, and shoulders. See if you can invite more external rotation into the top arm, imagining that hand was still there helping you. Elbows drawing towards midline. Listening for the quality of your breath. Lengthening out those last 3 breaths here. Releasing your bind, lay your strap off to the side, removing your prop. We'll step into plank. Holding that strong plank. Firm your thighs. Press the floor away from your shoulders. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Take your hips back and up, moving into your first downward facing dog. Enjoy pedaling out your legs. Settling into a mold here. Widen your fingers and toes. Press from your shoulder blades. Feel your arms lengthen. Driving your hips back and up. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Draw your chest through your arms. And then send your hips back, straightening your front leg for half split. Glide back forward, low lunge. Gliding back, half split. Maneuver back and forth here. Next time you're bending into your front knee, step right back in, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Lower the back knee down. Draw your chest through your arms, lengthen. And glide your hips back as you straighten your front leg. Move back and forth with intention. Looking for quality here over quantity. Really discovering what there is to notice. Maybe the hips are shifting side to side. You could be focused on keeping that pelvis really stable and neutral as you glide back and forth. Next time you are bending into your front knee, pause. Step right back in, downward facing dog. Full round of breath, recalibrating. Step your feet forward to the top of the mat, half lift. And folding down, drawing your forehead towards your shins. Rise up to stand. Reach your arms overhead, lengthening the sides of your waist. And then lowering your arms down to your sides. A few rounds of Surya Namaskar A to really warm into our bodies. Inhale, arms lift from the back of the ribs. Exhale, fold from your hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, bend your elbows, lower down on one breath. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog, legs are strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Equalize your breath. Widen your fingers and toes. Soft knees, look forward, inhale. Step or float your feet to the top of the mat, half lift. Fold, exhale, lifting your lower abdomen. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your arms overhead and stay standing. Exhale, arms lower down. Again, inhale, lift the arms, reach with the ribs. Fold as you breathe out, curl in at the bottom. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or flow back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the chest through your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rhythmical breath. Throw in and out through your nose. Widening your sit bones as you roll your inner thighs towards the back of your mat. Soft knees, think light. Inhale, step or float your feet to the top. Fold, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your arms overhead. Stay standing, lower your arms down to your sides. One more. Inhale, lift the arms, reach up high. Fold, breathe out, lifting your lower abdomen. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stabilize your breath. Mind and body just follow suit. Soft knees, inhale, step or float your feet to the top. Folding as you breathe out. Inhale, we rise to stand, reach the arms up and overhead. And stay standing. Lower your arms down to your sides. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, lift your arms, holding here for 3. Challenge the depth that you sink your hips. Strong and active through your arms. Keep the bend in your knees. Place the palms down to the mat. Bakasana, knees find the back of the upper arms, getting light in the toes, possibly lifting up. Last breath in. Next exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward. Let's lower the back knee down. Hugging the front heel towards the back knee. Feel that scissoring and strength in your legs. Maintain that. Arms rise overhead, lifting your chest. Connect your palms now. Bend your elbows, connecting your thumbs to the back line. Find that external rotation of your shoulders here. Wrap the triceps forward. Breathe in, lengthen up your spine. Exhale, start to lean back a bit. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, maintain the strength of your legs. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, core strength. Last big breath in. Exhale, take your hands down to frame your front foot. Take the back knee up. Twist by lifting your right arm. Back of the ribs, draw forward. Feel your spine lengthen. Top hand comes down. Step right back into plank. Bend your elbows, lower with control. Take it in for upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Lower your back knee down. Find that scissoring of your legs. Maintain the strength as you lift your arms overhead. Connect the palms, bend your elbows, thumbs. Find the back line. Breathe in, lift and open your chest. Good. Exhale, start to lean back. Inhale, lengthen, open up. Exhale, firm your core. Breathe in deeply, expansion. Exhale, core. Last big breath in. Exhale, hands will lower to frame your front foot. Take your back knee up, twisting by lifting your left arm. Finding that rotation taking place at the trunk of your body. Top hand comes down. Step back into plank. Bend your elbows, lower with control. Upward facing dog. Keep your legs strong. Downward facing dog. Take your hips high and back. And step the right foot forward here. Keep the back knee lifted. Arms go overhead, rising up into crescent lunge. Bring your arms down and behind. Interlace your fingers. Take a big breath in. Start to puff up your chest as you reach your knuckles down. Good. Breathe in, puff and open. Exhale, knuckles drawing down. 2 more. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, core strength. Chin possibly lifting. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Breathe in. Lift your arms overhead. Exhale. Let's open up for warrior two. Ground equally through both of your feet. Grab a hold of your breath here and lengthen it out. Straightening into your front leg, turn the right toes to the long side of your mat, hinge at your hips to fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands back, coming into your fold. We're here for 5 breaths, possible inversion at this point. Breath is strong and steady. Legs are strong, core is engaged. If you went upside down, start to reconnect your feet with the mat. Everybody takes a breath in, lengthens the spine, and exhale. Pivot on your feet, walk your hands around to frame your front foot. Lower your back knee down. Take a breath in, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, glide your hips back as you straighten your front leg, lower your arms down and behind. Good. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, lift your arms. Exhale, half split, lower your arms. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Last round, inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. Inhale, lift the arms, bend your front knee. And then lower your hands down to frame your front foot, but find your finger pads. Take the back knee up, walk your hands forward, and float the back toes up off of your mat. Bring your palms now together at your chest. Bend the lifted knee, pull it through and up as you rise up to stand. Lower the foot, lower your arms. Awesome job. Bend the knees, sink your hips. Inhale, arms go overhead. We end up back in Utkatasana for 3 breaths. Tailbone heavy. Bakasana, place the palms to the mat, knees to the back of your upper arms. Find lightness in your toes, possibly lifting. Really think of filling up that back line and scooping up through the front. Last breath in. Step or float your feet back, find chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Recalibrate with a breath. Stepping your left foot forward. Back knee stays lifted, arms rise up for crescent lunge. As you lower your arms down and behind, take that awkward bind with the hands. Breathe in, puff up your chest. Exhale, reach your knuckles down. Breathe in, lift and open. Keep that height. Exhale, more core. Inhale, lift from the back of your heart. Exhale, core. Last one, big breath in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms go overhead. And then we open up for warrior two. Pivot the back heel in, lower your arms to horizontal. Grab a hold of that breath, equalizing your inhale and exhale. Straighten your front leg. Left toes turn to the long side of the mat. Let's hinge at the hips to fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, walk your hands back, work your fold, optional headstand. 5 breaths. Wherever you are, fire and strengthen up your legs. Same with the core. If you are up, start to float your way down. Hands walk under your shoulders. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale. Let's walk the hands around to frame the front foot as you pivot on the toes and lower the back knee down. Inhale. Lift your arms overhead, chest up. Exhale. Glide your hips back as you lower your arms. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale. Lift the arms. Exhale. Let's take it back. Glide the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. One more full round. Inhale to lift. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands lower down. Find your finger pads and start to crawl them forward. Float the back toes up. Variation of half split. Strong lifted leg. Soft knee in your standing leg. Let's collect the hands in front of the chest. Bend your lifted knee, pull it through and up. Lower the foot, lower your arms. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, hold for 3. Lengthen your tailbone down. Feel that engagement that comes to your core. Press your shoulders forward and up. Good. Take the hands down to the mat. Bakasana, knees into the back of the upper arms. Hug the knees up and towards one another. Feeling a sense of lightness, almost like you could lift them up. Last breath in. Exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soften your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float the feet to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Take your arms overhead. And exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Balance your weight on your left foot. Bend your right knee. Take the right hand to the outside of your ankle. Reach your left arm overhead and just find your sense of balance here. Starting to open up through the front line. Press the foot into your hand and just arch your back. Don't tip forward at all, but just create this big bowing action through your body. Good. Keep lifting from the back of the heart. Good. Releasing. Lower the arm, lower the foot. Recalibrate. Full breath in. Nice long breath out. Shift the weight to the right foot. Bend your left knee. Take the outer ankle with your hand and pause. As you balance, the right arm lifts. We stabilize. We start to open up the front line by staying completely upright, but just engaging. Kick the foot into the hand. Start to bow open through your body. Find that lift in the back of your heart. It doesn't feel very big, but it's very strong. Good. Release the foot, release the arm. Breathe in. Lift your arms overhead. Fold on your exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or float back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or float your way through to boat. Legs come out in front, knees are bent. We're gonna open up into a half boat. Good, squeeze everything back up and in. Right leg comes down in front, swing your left leg behind for a 90-90 to start. Settling into your hips, sit upright, and grabbing your strap if it's close by. If it's not close by, you still have to get it. Good, feel that breath calming and settling. Wiggle our way into pigeon. It's okay if this front leg doesn't stay at 90, but we do want this back leg to wiggle, 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 wiggle back. Now, just readjust to that change. We want to stay upright and breathe deeply. Pigeon pose traditionally within yoga is a back bend. A lot of us get rid of that back bend and just fold forward because our hips are so tight. That's where that primary focus is. But we want to think of lengthening the front left side here because it's going to go a little further. We grab our strap and you're going to connect it to that back foot. With the knee lifted, you're going to take that left elbow, bend, have it face the ceiling. Now think about that external rotation like at the beginning of class. Welcome the right arm up to join if you have that balance and start to walk your fingers in towards those toes. Lift from the back of the heart. The chin may start to come up and you want to think of squeezing your elbows together. Good, releasing with control. Take the strap off. Roll onto your right hip. You're going to swing this left leg around to connect the sole of the foot. Both sit bones come down. That right heel can wiggle towards the outer left hip. And we twist here. Elbow pit to the front of the knee or outer arm to outer leg. Scoop up from your lower abdomen. Enjoying that twist, particularly through the lower part of your back. We'll unwind. Left leg's gonna stay up front. Take that right leg behind, settle into your 90-90 to start, or S shape. starting to transition, wiggling our way into pigeon. We stay upright. Allow the hips to adjust. And we're settling in to strap up that back right foot. So let's bend the knee, hook on. Right elbow lifts. Think of that external rotation. Allow the left hand to join. If you're feeling stable, you can walk the hands back and breathe deeply. Slowly find your way out. Release your strap and place it off to the side. Roll onto the left hip. We'll take that right leg around, placing the sole of the foot and the sit bones down. Come into your twist. Broad across your collarbones. Untwist. You're going to stretch both of your legs out forward. Hug the legs towards one another. Lengthen up your spine. And then walk your hands down, folding into your legs. Listen for the whisper of your inhale and exhale. Take a breath in, straighten your arms, lift your chin, and breathe out. Coming all the way up here, we're going to find our way back into Virasana or Hero's Pose, which we kind of settled in at the beginning of class. So with your heels widening out, you can just check in and see what it would be like to sit here with no prop. If you're like, heck no, then just grab your prop and slide it underneath your hips and sit. Allow the gaze to soften or the eyes to completely close. Shoulders soften down. Breath is calm and soothing within this moment. As the body and mind settle here, stay open if you would be able to remove the prop if you did decide to place one under. Next option would be to bring the hands behind you with the fingers facing forward. Possibility to lower onto your forearms. Or lowering all the way down. Finding a place that you could sustain for about 5 more breaths. If you did lower down, starting to find your way back up. Bring the hands forward for everybody. Let's step back into a plank. Enjoy the length in the back of the legs, opening the knees. Take your hips back and up. Down dog. Full round of breath. Step or float your way through to a seated position. Laying down, stretching out your arms and legs for a well-deserved rest. We'll take one long breath in together through the nose. We'll pause at the top. See if there's a bit more air to sip in. And calmly emptying out. Allowing this opportunity to lay your practice to rest. Work is done. Marinating in the passive inhale and exhale that's taking place. Bring a wiggle in through your fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. Shoulders and hips. And eventually coming to find your way into a seated position. Sitting in good posture. We'll collect our hands in front of our chest, taking a moment to honor our practice both on and off of the mat. I thank you for coming to share a piece of your practice with me. Namaste.